Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with another beer. This beer was sent to me by Ralph. It was actually sent to Matt, but Ralph, sent a few beers for both of us, so he just sent them to Matt, and thank you, Ralph. And thank you, Matt, for mediating that exchange. This is Barrel of Monks Brewing, where Ralph works. It is Monk in the Park, dark strong ale. Excuse me. There is cat hair on everything. Originally brewed way back in 2016 as a one-off, this deliciously dark ale gained a bit of a cult following, with fans feverishly requesting its return. Conceived as a hybrid of a roasty imperial stout and a fruity Belgian-style quadruple, Monk in the Park is full of intense malt flavor and decadent yeasty esters. As the bottles of the 2016 version are still tasting great all these years later, we anticipate this batch will age gracefully. Belgian-style ale brewed in the USA, 10% alcohol by volume. When was this canned on? This was canned on 4/22/22. I am the shadows. I don't know what that's a reference to. But yeah, so thank you, Ralph, again. Matt, I originally wanted to review this one with Matt because we did the Endless Enigma. We reviewed that last week together, and then we were gonna do like a live review online. I got my Duvel glass. Let's get you a little close up of the. And Matt was like, "Oh, I had the original batch, and then I drank one of these because I wanted this kind of beer, and then whatever." So I'm reviewing this one by myself, on my own. There is a reddish character to this, but it is dark. It is like way dark, like almost like if I wasn't actually like if I was just like down here, it just looks dark, but up in the light there is a reddish hue to it, but it is dark. That is almost a finger of what? I feel like it's exactly a combination of like a stout and a quad head color. Like it's darkish, but it's not really. Yeah, it's a khaki, darker than khaki kind of thing. Yeah, looks good. Looks like a imperial stout blended with a quadruple. So let's see what it smells like. I am getting Belgian yeast character with just a touch of roastiness. I'm not getting alcohol. Yeah, it's sweet too. Yeah, Belgian I'm changing my mind. Belgian candied sugar with a little bit of the yeasties with a touch of the roastiness. That is what I'm getting. And that is about it. It's a little, for 10% beer, it's a little I know this glass might be terrible at getting the nose off, but we're already here. So, let's see what it tastes like. Thanks, Ralph. Cheers. What if I just ended the review right there? Just. It is definitely, I don't know if this is I don't know if it's a 50-50 Belgian Quad Imperial Stout, or if it's like 60-40, or I don't know what the exact percentage of each is. But it is, for me, it is way more Belgian-y. Belgian candy sugar, Belgian yeasts, and such. And then there's this like nice roastiness right on the back of it. Yeah. Yeah. Like, my first sip, I was like, oh, this is just a Belgian Quad. But it's also not, because it's like, I don't get the roast. Obviously, I don't get the, or not. How do I want to say this? So, it's mostly Belgian Quad up front, but it's not as like intense Belgian as like an actual like fully Belgian Quad is. So obviously there is a stout in there. So, but you don't really get it until the end of it, is what I was trying to say. Yeah. It is marketed or advertised or whatever the word, labeled as a dark strong ale. Yeah. I could say maybe a touch thing, but touch thin, but I'm not complaining. I don't taste the alcohol at all. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really, I was like hyper focusing on the Belgian Quad versus Imperial Stout. So you're getting the dark fruit, you're getting the Belgian candy sugar, you're getting the Belgian yeast up front. And then you're getting a roastiness, touch of chocolate. Yeah. I was going to say there might be a little bit of coffee in there, but yeah, it's just the roastiness. But yeah. Thank you, Ralph, for sending this off. Sending this to us. I'm sure if I was doing this with Matt right now, he'd be like, so what do you think is the problem with this? Or not the problem with it, but like, he'd ask me a question and then he'd be like, oh, all I would say is this. And I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah. Really looking forward to getting down to Florida to visit the brewery sometime. But yeah. I was going to gift the other can of this to someone. I don't know who yet. I was just like, oh, it'd be cool to give this to someone else. But I think I'm going to hold on to it now. Because I'm curious to see what this is like in maybe a year. Maybe 6 months. I don't know. Maybe whenever I feel like drinking it. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. I did take it out of the fridge early. Like, let it sit for a little while. But, yeah. It's still a bit cold. And I feel like it might open up a little bit more. And now I'm panicking because I like rushed into this review and then I was like, oh, and now I'm just like thinking back on everything and now I'm just like, fuck. I feel like I did a terrible job, but it tastes good. That's all that matters, really. So yeah, thank you, Ralph, for sending this to me and Matt. And, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I probably am. Let's be honest. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. You can like this video if you'd like to. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram at 93lumber. That's spelled out 93lumber. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.